We think we know how it all began. The birth of the universe, the rise of life, the story of us. But what if that story isn't the first one? What if humanity wasn't the beginning, but the reboot? Long before the pyramids stood, before the first wheel turned, before even history itself, something else walked this planet. Evidence buried beneath deserts, sealed in stone, frozen in time, all whisper the same impossible truth. Someone was here before us. They built monuments with technology we still can't explain. They carved knowledge into mountains. And then, they vanished. Now we're finding their fingerprints. Temples older than history, chambers hidden inside pyramids, messages etched into the earth itself. Maybe we weren't the first to build. Maybe we're just the first to remember. What if our world is built on the ruins of another? What if I told you there's a temple so old it existed before the invention of writing, farming, or even cities? A place built by people who, according to history, shouldn't have known how to build anything at all. Deep in the hills of Turkey lies Göbekli Tepe, a 12,000-year-old mystery that rewrote human history. Massive stone pillars, each weighing more than a truck, carved with animals that no longer even exist. Yet there are no houses nearby, no fire pits, no signs anyone lived here. So who built it? Hunters with stone tools? Or something we've completely lost to time? And here's the part that makes no sense. Thousands of years later, the builders buried the entire site under tons of earth, as if trying to erase their own creation. No one knows why. Some archaeologists say it was a sacred ritual. Others whisper that it's a remnant of a civilization older than history itself, one wiped out by a global catastrophe. So what really happened here? Was Göbekli Tepe humanity's first temple, or the last message from a forgotten world? For 4,500 years, the Great Pyramid of Giza has stood in silence, guarding secrets no one has ever seen. But in 2017, scientists did something the ancient Egyptians could never imagine. They scanned the pyramid using cosmic rays. What they discovered sent shockwaves through the world of archaeology. Hidden deep above the king's chamber, right in the heart of the pyramid, lies a massive, untouched void, 30 meters long, completely sealed. No tunnels lead to it. No doors open into it. It's as if this chamber was deliberately built to be unreachable. For thousands of years, millions of people have walked around it, never realizing that something huge is hiding just behind those walls of limestone and granite. Here's the strangest part. There's no mention of this chamber in any Egyptian text. No drawings, no records, nothing. It doesn't exist in their history. So why build an enormous secret room inside the most perfect monument ever made, and never speak of it again? Some say it was a hidden burial vault, the real resting place of Pharaoh Khufu. Others think it stored knowledge, technology, or relics too sacred or too dangerous to reveal. But there's another theory, one scientists almost never discuss. What if this void wasn't empty at all? What if it was part of the pyramid's original purpose? Not as a tomb, but as a machine. The geometry of the Great Pyramid is so precise that some believe it was designed to channel energy, from the earth, from the stars, or from something we still don't understand. And now, buried inside that structure, sealed for 45 centuries, is a chamber no human has ever entered. Governments have forbidden drilling. Robots can't reach it. All we can do is stare at the data and wonder what's inside the void of Khufu's pyramid. Gold? A tomb? A message from a forgotten civilization? Or something that was never meant to be found at all? The Great Pyramid still waits, silent, unopened, watching. In one of the driest deserts on Earth, something impossible lies hidden in plain sight. Massive figures, hummingbirds, monkeys, spiders, carved into the land with such precision they stretch for miles, yet you can't even see them standing on the ground. You'd have to be thousands of feet in the air to understand what they are. These are the Nazca lines of Peru, etched into the desert nearly 2,000 years ago. by people who had no planes, no balloons, not even high ground tall enough to see their own work. Perfectly straight lines that run for kilometers, drawn by hand. Animals so large you could land a jet inside their wingspans. How? Why? And for whom? Some scientists claim they were astronomical calendars, a map of the stars carved into the earth itself. Others say they were offerings to the gods of the sky, prayers scratched into the soil in hopes the heavens would answer. But here's the twist: these lines can only truly be seen from above. So how did an ancient civilization design something that only makes sense from the sky, unless someone or something was watching from there? Satellite scans have revealed even more hidden figures, hundreds of them, buried under centuries of sand, suggesting the drawings might stretch far beyond what we know. Were they messages, landing markers, or a warning to whoever came after them? No tools, no roads, no explanation. Just a desert filled with symbols the earth itself seems to be whispering. After 2,000 years, the Nazca lines are still perfectly preserved, untouched by time, unbroken by storms. It's as if something or someone is still watching over them. The desert remembers, even when we've forgotten. Imagine a place buried for 11,000 years. A temple older than Stonehenge, older than the pyramids, maybe even older than Göbekli Tepe, the site that rewrote history itself. This is Karahan Tepe, and what lies here doesn't just question history, it erases it. Just 35 miles from Göbekli Tepe, archaeologists uncovered something no one expected. Rows of towering stone pillars, intricate carvings, and an underground chamber lined with dozens of sculpted human heads. Their blank eyes all face a single figure in the center. A ritual scene frozen in stone for over 10 millennia. Who were these people? And how did they carve and shape megaliths this perfectly, long before metal tools or even pottery existed? Each discovery at Karahan Tepe adds another crack to the timeline we've been told. The precision, the planning, the sheer scale. It shouldn't be possible for hunter-gatherers to have built this, unless they weren't just hunters, but something more. Could this be the work of a lost civilization? One wiped out by the end of the Ice Age, leaving behind only stone and silence? Göbekli Tepe was once called the world's first temple, but Karahan Tepe may force us to rewrite even that. Some archaeologists now believe both sites were part of a vast network, a forgotten culture that predates everything we know about civilization by thousands of years. And if that's true, then the story of humanity doesn't begin in Egypt or Mesopotamia. It begins here under the dust of southeastern Turkey, in temples built by hands we can't explain. So the real question isn't how they built it, it's who taught them how. Because if Karahan Tepe came before everything, what came before us? Beneath the golden sands of Egypt, an ancient city of the dead has just awakened. For over 4,000 years, the tombs of Saqqara lay sealed, untouched, unspoken, buried in silence. Until now, archaeologists opened the first shaft, and what they found looked impossible. Coffins stacked floor to ceiling, perfectly sealed with black resin. When they cracked them open, the colors on the wood were still bright, the paint still shining as if it had been finished yesterday. Inside, golden masks, scrolls of papyrus, jewelry, and faces of people who hadn't seen daylight in 40 centuries. The air that escaped was the same air they breathed when the pyramids were new. But here's what no one expected: these weren't pharaohs. They were priests, nobles, workers, people of power, knowledge, and secrets. So why were their tombs hidden so deep beneath the sand? And why together? Some say Saqqara wasn't just a cemetery. It was a gateway, a spiritual labyrinth designed to guide souls through the underworld. Others whisper that certain chambers were sealed to keep something from escaping. Every discovery here peels back another layer of Egypt's obsession with death and what lies beyond it. Hundreds of coffins still remain buried, untouched, waiting under the same desert that hid them for millennia. Each one could hold a new name, a new god, or a secret the pharaohs tried to erase from history. After 4,000 years, the sands of Saqqara are finally giving up their dead. But maybe they were never meant to be disturbed. because every time a tomb is opened, Egypt whispers back,